I have 6,500 hours in Destiny 2 across 3 different platforms. Those platforms being Xbox One, Battle.net, and Destiny's Final Frontier, Steam. I have spent over $2,000 across Destiny DLC, raid jackets, collector's editions, lore books, foam weapons, and one giant raid skull tattoo that basically covers my entire left quad. Even now that I'm saying all that back, it's probably closer to like $3,000. I have been playing Destiny for 10 years straight, and since the launch of Destiny 1, I haven't missed a season, a DLC, an expansion. I've always maxed my artifact. I've always done the raids, the dungeons. I've done every Grandmaster, and I have many, many seals. Back in my heyday, at least according to Destiny Tracker, I'm not going to claim this myself, but this website said that I was a top 2% PvP player and a top 5% PvE player. I loved Destiny. I was a tier 3 OnlyFans subscriber to the Meat Writing Bungie Club. I loved the game. I loved the company. I even applied for an internship my junior year of college. And I love the people I met and still know. Now, this isn't one of those common videos I keep seeing pop up in my recommendations. You know, the kind of videos that usually go along the lines of, oh, boo-hoo, I'm quitting the game for good. Little side tangent on those, I think it is incredibly weird to say that you're quitting a game and to put an arbitrary rule on yourself that you're never coming back. It is okay to drop the game for however long you want and come back to check it out. Okay, you don't have to quit. Just kind of weird. You know, I'm not quitting-ish. I mean, admittedly, I basically have, but I'll always come back for the meaty content drops. But I wanted to make a video to share my 2 cents on the Edge of Fate, because now that you've heard my background, then you know that I played this game beyond a hobby. This was like a 9 to 5 for me. I'd skip class for this. I'd pull all-nighters for raid days. I even quit a job because they wouldn't give me the raid day off. It pains me to say this, but I have never spent such little time on Destiny than I have now. And that is not a hyperbolic statement in the slightest. I mean, just for reference, I drop a minimum of 100 to 200 hours, even in the lowest of the low seasons, like Season of the Worthy. All right, let's rip the Band-Aid off. Edge of Fate is by far the most disappointing and worst product Bungie has ever promoted or released for Destiny. I've been feeling this for a while, but what prompted this video is that recently, me and a friend of mine were debating Edge of Fate. His stance is more or less happy with the product and enjoys it, and that is absolutely fantastic. I do not want to dump on his party. I don't want to dump on anyone else's. If you are having a great time, keep going. However, a common theme kept coming up, a reoccurring statement. Tell me if you've heard this one before. That system will get better when, or Bungie is going to fix that by, or they have plans to change that. Anyways, we ended the conversation not really going anywhere. It wasn't much of a debate. Rather, it was more of a how we are feeling with the game. Furthermore, when it comes to Destiny, I truly don't enjoy dumping loads of criticism and hate on it. I want it to succeed. I want the devs to provide the most quality content that they can, and I want all of the passion from the devs to shine through. Activities within Destiny the game and the people I've met are some of the best memories I will ever have. Without Destiny, I don't even know if I'd be gaming still. I don't know if it would be a core hobby of mine. Anyways, me and this buddy came back to this conversation only 1 week later, because if Edge of Fate wasn't enough to stir up another convo, well, let me tell you, the most recent content drop, Ash and Ironwood. Oh, please help us. This year of Destiny has solidified something for me. Solidified a thought that's been brewing within since Witch Queen. And here it is. As a player of this or any game, you as a consumer should know that it is perfectly acceptable to expect more, especially from a AAA billion-dollar company. You do not need to defend and make excuses for Bungie. It is okay to be upset about the amount of bugs, the quality of content, the fact that it took almost 5 years for a new enemy race, and so on. It's okay to be upset and to criticize this game in a respectful manner because you are paying for this product, so you should expect more. You shouldn't have to wait till they fix the leveling system because newsflash, we've been using the same leveling system for almost 7 years. Bungie had plenty of time to think of a new system that is much more innovative and much more engaging than whatever this slop is. And now that they changed it, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'd rather go back. This new system seems so arbitrary and pointless. You shouldn't have to accept that sometimes we don't add things for lore reasons. If developing your game means restricting yourself due to lore reasons or story reasons, then you clearly aren't writing good enough. or you just made the worst excuse ever for your lack of innovation. Bungie has made so many decisions that have driven players like me away. And while I can't speak for everyone, I can at least speak on this one statistic. I used to know and have a group of over 9 people that played Destiny 2. There were so many of us playing at the same time that sometimes I remember we had to use multiple Discord channels just so we could hear each other. God, those were good times. Now, of those 9, only 2 of them still played past the Edge of Fate campaign. Recently, none of us have logged onto the game in over 3 weeks. I am so beyond disappointed with this product, and I already had low expectations going in. My high-level review for the Edge of Fate is as follows. I went against the grain when it came to the story. The common consensus among Destiny creators on the internet and people alike liked the story. I thought it was bad. I thought most of it was filler. I know this is a hot take, but I thought the cutscene with Ikora, well, hell yes, it was cool and looked fantastic. The thought that I had after watching it was, how does that push the next saga of Destiny forward, or even the contained story within Edge of Fate? I guess it's important, though looking from a high level in, that cutscene was definitely filler that could have just been in a lore book. I want to see the 9. I want to learn more about 3. I just felt like this being the new saga of Destiny means they should have treated it as new. I thought the creative juices would be oozing in every aspect, like each line of dialogue, the surrounding environment, the enemies we fight. But what I saw personally was more of the same with less polish. Also, the delivery of the story itself was just bad. These campaign missions were a new low, each mission feeling like an extra long lost sector with extremely overhyped and under-delivered puzzles, if you can even define them as such. The only mission that felt comparable to anything we've seen in Witch Queen or the Final Shape was literally the final mission. As far as the rest of the experience, aka the free stuff not included in Edge of Fate, there's not much to say. The new portal system removed any charm from the game. The leveling is really boring, and the loot tier system is cool, but it's not enough to keep me. The only true improvement I saw was how build crafting has been significantly increased and allows players to cater to their playstyle. So as you can see from this background footage, my power level is low. And that's because, truth be told, I was one of those friends that didn't log back in after the first day of Edge of Fate. I was so sad and disappointed by the campaign experience alone. And you may think that me only playing for one day means that my opinion holds less weight. Well, I'm going to take a page from Gordon Ramsay's book and lay a metaphor on the table. On his popular show, Kitchen Nightmares, when a restaurant owner says that their food isn't the problem and that their food is indeed the greatest thing ever, Gordon Ramsay always replies with, "The customers speak with their feet." Meaning if your food was so good, why aren't the customers coming back to eat it? If you think my opinion holds less logic due to my playtime, does that logic also mean that customers need to try everything on a menu before judging the restaurant? Do I have to get to level 550 now to have a valid opinion and get all tier 5 loot and have multiple builds? I don't think so. On top of that, most people left after 1 week of this DLC's launch, and that is so sad and also very representative that I'm probably not alone in my feelings. In fact, I know I'm not, because the same YouTubers I've been subbed to for nearly 10 years are all saying the same thing. Listen, I love Destiny. I hope it gets better. Destiny is an extremely, very special game that has not and probably will not ever be replicated. The Renegades reveal at least look somewhat good, though I hate to say it, but I'm still afraid it's more of the same. I guess we'll just find out. Anyways, thanks so much for listening. I would really appreciate it if you dropped a subscription and maybe even a like. Also, just a little side note, I'm guessing most people have dropped off. I'm kind of testing a new mic quality. Let me know how it sounds. All right, thanks.